Hello there, everybody. Nice to see you. Welcome to today's live lesson. Today, we've got a fantastic live lesson all about, again, IELTS writing and this new online IELTS writing course that might just be what you've been looking for. Listen, let's find out together. Hello, my friends. It's fantastic to see you all. So pleased that you are joining us here today. Very excited. IELTS writing, right? We've had a couple of sessions already. Last week and Monday this week, we've been helping you with IELTS writing tips and showing you how to get a high score or how to write a high scoring essay. Today, we'd like to introduce you to a new IELTS writing course that is written by Eli, who is doing these sessions with me. We've collaborated on kind of the design and the learning journey of the course, but the course is Eli's, and we'd like to tell you more about it today. So if you're joining us, just a quick reminder, it's the third lesson today. We're going to introduce the new online IELTS writing course, and questions and answers. We'll be answering all of the questions you may have about the course. So I'll just say a quick hello to all of you. Let me see who is in the house today. We've got Tanzia. Hello, nice to see you. Pallavi, great to see you. Steve Roger, an old friend. Great to see you here again, Steve. Sonia, nice to see you. Divine as well. Daniel, excellent. My beloved student, as you say, my beloved teacher. Ayesha from Washington, D.C. Ayesha, I used to live in Washington, D.C. If you ever go to the Bistrot Français, that's where I used to work. Great. Lots of people all over the world. Rafael from Poland. We've got Saki from Bangladesh and Irish from Sweden. Welcome, all of you. And of course, we've also got somebody from Ireland joining us today. So without further ado, let's introduce Eli. Hello, Eli. How are you?
Hello. Hello, Keith. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Very nice to see you again. We're getting into quite a rhythm with these live lessons, aren't we?
Yeah, this has been the third one. In fact, we actually did one live lesson a long time ago, actually, early on when I was just starting as well. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh gosh, I absolutely do. I do remember that. You were one of the first teachers to come on the live lessons, actually, and that was great fun.
Yes.
And how much further you've come, and the work you've been developing is fantastic. And now we've got this amazing IELTS writing course, which we're going to talk a bit about today. Maybe first of all, because some people may not know you, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Sure thing. So my name is Eli, and I run the website EnglishProTips.com, and I also have a YouTube channel, English Pro Tips IELTS Preparation. And I've been an IELTS teacher for many years, and I'm very excited to be moving into the digital space. So rather than teaching in person with groups and individuals, I've moved my classes and my lessons to the digital space, and I've been recording videos, making quizzes, hosting YouTube videos as well, and doing one-to-one IELTS speaking practice tests over Zoom with recorded videos as well. And one thing that I've been focusing on is, alongside Keith, is how to create exciting and effective online courses, particularly for IELTS. So I'm very excited because today is the launch of my IELTS online writing course on the Keith Speaking Academy. So an extremely exciting day today.
Hooray. Fantastic. Great. No, that's absolutely brilliant. I'm very looking forward to talking about that and explaining that to everybody here. We've got a lot of people here. Look, we've got people from Qatar, fantastic. We've got from Sri Lanka. Old friend Apika is here as well. Great. All the way from Nepal. Hello, Shusil. Idea, I think, from Pakistan. Samira from Lebanon. So, I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, all of the people around the world who are here, and how, for me as a teacher, it's so satisfying being able to help so many people around the world and give, courses and lessons and materials to students. It's a great feeling. How about you, Eli? How are you feeling in front of hundreds of people from around the world?
Well, I'm very excited, and it is amazing that there are just people from all over the world. One feature I've always wanted to put on my website is an interactive map that shows you all of the places around the world that the students are from, because it's really fascinating. As soon as someone enrolls in one of my courses or joins my website, I really like to find out where they're from. Yeah. Just because there are just people from all over the world, and it's something that's really exciting about our profession, Keith, that we get to interact and meet people from all over the world.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'm very fortunate and very lucky to have this opportunity. I do feel blessed and grateful every day, to be honest. And it's interesting. I mean, IELTS, I'm more known for IELTS speaking. I've always focused my work on IELTS speaking to be a specialist in that area. Some students have asked, great, IELTS writing at last, but why now? Why are we doing IELTS writing now? I think for me, one of the things is demand from students. I mean, so many students have asked me about IELTS writing, but also, I guess, meeting you, Eli, and having the opportunity to collaborate with you and to bring your expertise in writing together with the Key Speaking Academy was another exciting thing. So I guess, yeah, that's really one of the reasons we're doing it together. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a huge endeavor to make these online courses.
Right.
Um, as you'll know very well, Keith. I mean, in my case, it's taken around 2 years to finalize and to finish this course, as I'm sure it was similar for your speaking course. So when people say, for example, to you, "Oh, can you do a writing course as well?" I bet part of you just thinks, "Oh my God, am I really going to start all of this again?" Because it's so much effort and so much thinking and progression, but also creativity that go into these courses.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting to be able to launch a new one today.
I'm so pleased that we've got your course. And for the guys watching, I mean, this is what the cover looks like, right? The complete IELTS writing course. Proven methods for a band 7+ in IELTS writing, which is great. And I guess the other big advantage of working with Eli is that we are putting this onto the Key Speaking Academy. So it comes onto my platform. So the convenience for students, if you have a Keith speaking course, get a band 7, in the same space, you can just go and click and now get your writing course all in the same place. And I think it's added convenience. So hopefully that will be helpful as well for people.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I love the format of the platform you use as well. It's the videos load very quickly. You can download them for watch them offline as well.
Yeah.
And so it's very efficient for the students to have access to both the speaking and the writing courses on one platform.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to, let's begin. Maybe tell you what we're going to do today. Take these off. I'm going to share this. This is a very funny comment from Eng. Driving me crazy. What? Right, brilliant. Good. So let's switch over. I'm going to bring in Eli, or maybe I can bring in me first, just to tell you what we'll do. Today, we're going to recap some of the key tips for IELTS writing. So some of the things that we saw in the last 2 lessons, and if you haven't seen those, go to my YouTube channel, English Speaking Success. and you'll be able to see those in the recently uploaded. There's one about high scoring writing, one about tips for writing. Go and watch those. Today, we'll introduce the new course. Secondly, thirdly, we'll tell you how you can enroll for the course. And of course, we've got some special discounts and offers for you. And towards the end, we're going to answer your questions, because you will probably have some questions about the course. Does it have this? Does it have that? Is it right for me? We'll be answering your questions there. Okay. So with a bit of a magic click of the fingers, I'm going to turn into Eli.
Yes, so we're going to start off with a bit of a recap of what we've done in the last 2 lessons together. So it's been a lot of fun. Keith and I have been meeting up and working out how to structure these lessons for you to bring you a little taster of the course and some of the most useful tips and strategies for IELTS writing. So for those of you who have been with us through this whole process, you'll know that we started off by looking at generating ideas, and we focused on the multiple perspective approach, which is a very useful approach for how to come up with relevant ideas in your essay writing for IELTS. So if you missed that, definitely go back and watch that video. It's very useful. Now, in that same lesson, we didn't just stop at generating ideas. We also looked at time management. So we looked at 5 useful tips for how to manage our time and to make sure that we can finish our essays on time. We also looked at some useful resources. So we looked at one of my favorite websites, which is procon.org, which basically shows you the pros and the cons of various topics, a lot of those topics which appear in IELTS writing. So a very useful website to go and check out. Then we also had a second session. Again, go back, watch the video if you haven't seen it already. And in that video, we went a step further and we said, okay, let's put all of these ideas together and let's produce a high scoring essay. So we worked really collaboratively. It was me, Keith, and the entire audience, and we went through the process of brainstorming a IELTS. What was the question on? Not on whether school uniform should be allowed. It was on whether parents should allow. Yes, whether parents should allow their young children to play on computer games. So we brainstormed. We used the multiple perspectives approach, and then we actually wrote the essay together, and then we put that in a PDF for everybody to download. And specifically in that lesson, we looked at the 70-30 structure, which, as I mentioned, the 70-30 structure was a very useful structure for many different IELTS essay types. And that's a little precursor to the IELTS course, because in this course, we're going to be looking at a lot of these skills, plus many, many more, to make sure that you are going to be ready for your IELTS writing test.
Fantastic. That's great. Brilliant. So just guys, for those of you who are just joining and some people just coming in the room, to remind you, today we're looking at, we're introducing the complete IELTS writing course written by Eli, hosted on the Keith Speaking Academy, proven methods for a band 7. And we're about to introduce the course to you all to let you know more about it, how you can enroll and answer your questions. Now, I think one of the first things we're going to look at, Eli, is who is the course for? I mean, very briefly, students may be thinking, is it for me? Who is this course for?
Right. So it's a very comprehensive course. And that's one of the reasons for that is it's suitable for people that are doing both the academic IELTS and also the general IELTS as well. So anybody that's looking to get band 7+ in their IELTS writing, whether it's the academic IELTS or general IELTS, this course is for you.
Great.
Yeah. And so actually, this is a course that's already been around a little while before, and it's a course that's already helped many students achieve band 7+. And one thing that's been very interesting for me is the feedback that I've heard from people that have taken this course. One of which is that it's helped them not only in their IELTS writing, but also in their essay writing in general. So people have gone into this course aiming to improve their IELTS essay writing, and they've actually come out the other end of this course feeling more confident to write in English and to write essays in English. So that's really helped many of them that have gone on to jobs that require a lot of writing, or if they've gone on to go to masters or PhD programs, or even undergraduate programs where they have to write a lot of essays.
That's really interesting. And so we're talking about here a writing course that not only prepares for you for IELTS and the techniques and strategy, but it's actually helping you write better English, which is similar to speaking. I mean, definitely for the IELTS speaking course, my course, it's not just about strategy and exams. In fact, the deeper foundation is really improving your overall level of English. So a similar thing here, right? People will become better writers. Hopefully, definitely help them towards getting a band 7. And you said it's both for both general and academic modules. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, and this is something that you and I have talked about quite extensively. Often, the best preparation for an exam is really to boost your language skills,
Yes.
because at the end of the day, it's a proficiency test of your English. So yes, you need to learn about the exam criteria and the strategies for doing well on the exam. But at the end of the day, what's really being tested is your English proficiency. So certainly in your case and in my case as well, our goal is to really improve all the students' English language skills at the same time.
Right, absolutely. So when students start the course and they're going to start the IELTS writing course, how do they do it? What's the methodology? What's the method here?
Right. So I like to use a method called watch, read, do. So these 3 stages, you have the watch, as in you watch the videos, so you interact with the videos. Afterwards, each lesson has a PDF which summarizes the lesson, or in some cases goes into a bit more detail that a video can't. So what you would do is you watch the video first. Afterwards, you can read the PDF, and for example, that will give you a link to any extra resources or websites that are useful. And then the very important part is that at the end of it, you do the quiz. And so the quiz is the consolidation. It's there to test your understanding to make sure that you've understood the material in this lesson.
Fantastic. That's really interesting. So it's all a very engaged process that students need to be engaged. They're actively discovering stuff, they're reading, and they're practicing, right? The practice is a key part, I guess.
Exactly. And I think also practice at various levels. So you and I have often talked about the importance of consolidation and actually returning back to some of the information that was previously taught.
Yeah.
Because as wonderful as our brains are, we do forget.
My brain's not so
So
wonderful these days, I'll tell you,
the
but it's true.
especially not after 1 week of non-stop live lessons, I'm sure.
Yes. But it's
Um,
great fun.
Yeah. So, for example, the way the course is organized is that you touch on particular elements, and then you're given later on you're given a bit more detail about those elements, and then you also return to understanding them in more detail.
Right.
So, for example, early on in the course, we'll look in detail at how to write an introduction, and you're going to get a good idea of exactly what you need to do to write an introduction for an IELTS essay. But then later on in the course, we're going to return to how to write that introduction when we look at different essay types. And so even though, yes, we've already done a lesson on it, we're consolidating that learning later on in the course. And then again, at the end of the course as well, when we're actually writing our answers as well, we're able to return to that information and to make sure that we fully understand it, which I think is a really good method for feeling fully prepared for your test.
Yeah. Fantastic. It might be a good idea. We're talking about the course now to actually go inside the course and show people what is in the course. and then they can really see the kind of the content and some of the activities, right? Should we do that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think I can do that. So let me switch over here. So we're now inside the course, and maybe Eli, talk us through a little bit what's inside.
Great. So all of you will be able to see that it starts with a little welcome. So you've got a little welcome video, which basically just takes you through the course, gives you a rough outline of the course. And then it also includes a little welcome gift just to welcome you to the course. And that welcome gift was going to be a surprise, but considering it's on the screen now,
sorry.
I'll let you know. So it's basically my 3 favorite essays, and let's have a little look through them. Actually, Keith,
this is awesome.
So
I looked at these. This is absolutely awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so I think these are very useful. These are basically just high-level model essays that will give you a good understanding of what a high-level essay looks like in IELTS. And then after the essay, we look at some of the vocabulary that appears in the essay. And these words are being kind of picked out because not only are they applicable to this essay, but they're also going to be applicable to a lot of other IELTS essays that you'll get.
This is
So little
nice. I
things
think this
like
is so useful.
deal with, yeah. And again, a combination of idioms, verbs, synonyms. They're just the kind of thing that examiners often pick up on, and shows the examiner that they're dealing with a high-level English speaker and they're looking at a high-level essay. Now you'll see actually above that PDF, we've also got a quiz, and you'll find a quiz in every single lesson. And in this case, it's basically like a little quiz that takes you through the course and will just kind of test your understanding of the particular video and make sure that you understand the layout of the course. But definitely further down the line, as you progress through the course, you'll find that a lot of the quizzes get slightly more complex, and they'll be kind of pushing you to develop your language skills. So that's the welcome course. Welcome lesson, and then afterwards you'll find that the order of the whole course is that we start with task 2, so your essay writing, and you'll notice that that's very, very comprehensive. We've got a lot of lessons on essay writing, and you'll notice that most of them are between 10 and 20 minutes long. So I've tried to keep the lessons fairly short so that it's always manageable to do at least one of these lessons a day, even if you're going through the PDF material and the quizzes as well. And for task 2, we kind of look at really everything there is to know about essay writing in IELTS. I mentioned that this course has taken about 2 years to put together. And that's because often when you're developing a course like this, you think, oh, and actually, this is something that's very important to essay writing. And then you go down that avenue, and then you go, oh, okay, well, that's revealed the importance of looking at this particular grammar. And the best thing about having 2 years to produce a course like this is that you've got the time to explore those different ideas. So not only is this about the IELTS test, but we also look at a lot of useful essay writing skills and language. So you'll see that there's a section on advanced grammar where we look at grammar like non-defining relative clauses, the passive form, complex sentence structures, conditional sentences. And these kind of advanced grammar structures can really help to boost your IELTS writing score. And then we look at skills, so things like hedging and developing critical thinking skills, and also vocabulary, so things like advanced synonyms and linking words. So a really comprehensive course that will take you through everything you need to be getting Band 7+ in your essay writing. Then after that, we go into academic task 1 and general task 1. So you'll know that task 2 is basically the same for the academic and general writing test, but the task 1 is different. So we first of all look at academic task 1, and we look at all of the different graphic types that you could possibly get in IELTS, and we look at how to write the perfect introduction for any of these graphic types and what we need to include in our overview. And a big part of the academic task 1 course has been to look at useful vocabulary, because even though when it comes to essay writing skills and essay writing, we may have absorbed a lot of useful vocabulary, when it comes to describing a graphic or writing report, there's a lot of new vocabulary, because this is vocabulary we don't tend to use every day, and we don't tend to use so often in our speaking. So you'll find a lot of lessons here on helping you with vocabulary for describing trends, for describing numerical data, for periods of time. And again, each lesson will follow that same format. We'll be looking at we'll have a video at the beginning, then we'll be looking at a selection of vocabulary, and then the most important part in my mind, which is doing the quizzes at the end of the video, just to make sure that you fully understand. So we can maybe try one of these together.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, that was a good one. Between January and February, the amount of rainfall decreases. Great. So you can see, even though plummets is often recommended as a popular word, in this case, it's not appropriate. And then we look for.
Should we try the next one and get people to give us the answer?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So guys, in the chat, give us the answer to the next question. Let's show you. I can make it a bit bigger, if you can see that. So the question is, whoops. Between January and February, the amount of rainfall falls or rises? And I think that's where the arrow is.
That's right, yeah. Quite hard to see on the small screen.
Li Tun An says falls. Hong Gwing Tran says falls. Hobal Watan says falls. Facebook, however, all the guys on Facebook say rise.
I'm sure that's from not being able to see the graphic clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Josh, that's very good.
I love Josh's answer.
Yeah.
Slightly falls. So that's also vocabulary that we look at when we focus a bit more on adverbs and adjectives, just to improve our writing and show a high level of complexity for the examiner.
Exactly. Somebody just asked that about, I think it was Hong Yun Chen. What adverbs can we use for this? Falls slightly, falls gradually. Yeah. Nice. So, yeah, well, let's find out. What is the answer? Hang on. So falls, right? We're going to say falls.
We're going to say falls.
Yes, we're there. Yes, you guys can't see it, but we are there. It's too small. Excellent. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's go one more. Maybe skip a few, because I think the beginning just focuses on how to show reductions.
Okay, this one?
Yeah.
Between April and May, the amount of rainfall, so April and May is where the red arrow is. The amount of rainfall plateaus or decreases? Up to you guys. Plateaus or decreases? Great word, plateaus. Ramia is jumping in with plateaus. Hema as well. Saranja as well. We've got Win, Tiri, Kya on plateaus. Batul, stay steady. Is that like a synonym, do you think?
Exactly, yeah. And we look at some of those synonyms like stay steady or stays the same.
Right. Reasoner, love your avatar, plateaus. Great, brilliant. Amit says constant, stays constant. Hyung Yun Chuan says leveled off. Right. Well, listen, I'm going to put in plateaus. Yes, we're there.
Great stuff.
Nothing like a good quiz to get you, not only for fun, but it is really good learning, right? It's great review. It really is good.
Yeah, I really think it's an important aspect of this course, which is putting your learning to the test and making sure that you're actively involved in the learning process, which I know you're also a very big fan of, Keith.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I think being actively involved, doing things with the new language that you learn, it's all about doing. In education, they call it learning by doing or experiential learning. I mean, it is the more you do with things, the more you will learn them more deeply and enjoy them. I mean, quizzes are always fun, right, to do.
Totally, yeah. And both of us have talked quite extensively about all of the online courses that we do, whether it's for coding or online teaching as well. And so it's great to be able to take things that we've learned from doing online courses and also the conversations we've had, and then put those ideas and that logic into practice.
Yeah, totally agree. Fantastic. So we've had a quick look inside. We've looked at task 2, essay writing, the reports for task 1. There's also for general writing, right? Should we just have a look at general writing?
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, so basically, you can move freely throughout the course. So what you'll find is once you finish task 2, or even if you want to, at the very beginning, you can move directly to task 1, and you can choose academic task 1 or general task 1, depending on which IELTS test you're preparing for. And in general task 1, we really go into detail about the different letter types. So for example, whether you're writing a formal, a informal, or a semi-formal letter, and we look at what the differences are between those letter types. So I show you kind of 8 differences between those letter types. And if we click on one, for example, the formal letter.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll go into formal letters. I'll go in there.
Yeah. So again, we find
who's the guy in the background?
Find this very, very
nice.
Yeah, this is below the video. You actually find an example, a model answer, and you can click on the image, and that will expand it. So you've got your formal letter, and then below that you've got a gap fill, and you'll also find the same format throughout task 2 as well. Because I really think these model answers are a great way to learn. From speaking to students and from my own learning, I just love when I've got some sort of activity that gives me a reason for reading. Because I find that as soon as that's the case, I just learn so much more and I pick up on so much more about writing.
Let's ask the guys if they can do number 2. I bought this item during your super sale and I was informed or informationed. What do you think, guys? Suk says the background guy looks like Dan Bilgerin. Ah, nice. We've got informed. El Capitan says informed. Maher says informed. Josh as well says informed. Looking very smart. Daniela as well. I think everybody says informed. Okay, great. Let's try. Nice. Spot on. Very, very good. And so as you go through, right, you make a choice. And if you make, this is interesting, however and but. See, a lot of people think they're exactly the same. But here, however and but. Now then, that's interesting. Guys, can you tell us which one it should be? This was particularly important for me because it was supposed to arrive before my housewarming party. But, however, it has been 2 weeks and I'm still waiting. I wonder what people think. Saranja says but. Seema also. Navish, however. Marta, the fluffy dog, says however. Yvonne as well. Right, there seem to be a lot more people saying however. Also, Mohammed says however. Well, I'm gonna put in but and see what happens. Oh, it tells me it's a mistake. It's not right. It's not but. Why is it however, Eli?
Yeah, so I guess there's two reasons. So the first reason, we don't tend to have but and then a comma at the beginning of a sentence.
Yeah.
So you'll notice the comma immediately after this word. So that'll give you a bit of a clue. And then the other thing that we touch on in the video is that in formal writing, we tend to use a lot of the same linking words that we would in essays. So we stay away from linking words like but, and we tend to use slightly more formal equivalents like however.
Right, fantastic. So here you can actually, it will show you the solution if you want to just get the solution and check your answers. And then here you've got what's at the bottom of the PDF, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we go through some of these useful phrases for formal letters. So in the video, I kind of, we look at the different types of letters that you'd have to write, whether it's a request or some sort of inquiry, or whether you're asking for permission. And then we look at the importance of having a good opener, and then at the end of our letter, a good closer that shows the examiner that we've really understood what it is that we're doing in our letter.
Very nice. And lots more. Wow. Fantastic. There's a lot there. Brilliant. That's nice. Let me take me back. So that's a very good overview, I think, of the stuff we've got in the task 1 for letter writing. Anything else you want to look at the moment?
I'd just like to point out, just at the very end of the task 1, we have a full academic IELTS test, and then at the end of the general task 1, we have a full general full general IELTS writing test. And in those lessons, we basically move through a question paper together. So a much longer video than the kind of 15 to 20-minute videos that you get in the other lessons.
It's like an hour long.
It's an hour long, yeah, and we'll be moving through it together. And I think that's a very useful skill, because I basically talk you through what the thought process is as you go about writing your answer. And then you actually write your answer under timed conditions with some useful language there in the kind of turquoise that you can see at the side. And I really like these lessons as well as a way to consolidate your learning and to just put to the test what we've looked at in the previous lessons. And as always, I make sure to give you some model answers to help you along with that. And you'll find that in the PDF and also below the lesson as well.
That is awesome. I mean, that looks really, really nice. In a way, it looks like it's almost like you're one-on-one coaching, that you're sat next to someone saying, right, here's the essay, start doing it. And you're whispering in their ear, do this. Have you thought about that? You're kind of guiding them along.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the amazing things about these online courses, because, if you were to have, however many hours there are one-on-one, for a start, you would have paid a lot of money, and you wouldn't be able to do that in one sitting. You wouldn't be able to do it at your own convenience. You'd be having to travel to the person's place of work or organizing to meet every week. Whereas these online courses, I think, are absolutely brilliant. I'm a huge fan of online courses, because you get a huge wealth of information that you can work through in your own time and at a fraction of the cost as well. Because if you were to do that in real time with a teacher, it would just cost an absolute fortune and be inconvenient, I think.
Fantastic. That's great. So we've had a look through the course here. We've looked at kind of all the different aspects of it, how it works, what you get. I mean, just to summarize for everybody, let's just go through and tell them in summary, in this course, what do you get?
Yeah, so we first of all look at task 2, we look at essays, and we look at so many of the different skills and vocabulary and grammar that you need to write high-level essays. We look at the structures, the question types, really everything there is to know. After that, you have academic task 1, which is report writing, and then general task 1, which is letter writing. And throughout the whole course, you find this combination of watch, read, do. So you get the video to watch, you get a quizzes below. So throughout this whole course, you're going to find a combination of videos, PDFs, cheat sheets, and quizzes to help you on your IELTS journey.
Brilliant. Fantastic. So much good stuff. Now, there are a few questions coming through, and I'm just going to answer one of them because it's from Afzal Shok, who says, how can I get your course? So we're going to show you how to get the course. Before we do that, I'm actually just going to mention a couple of extra things. Let me just switch. I'm going to mention price because that was another question. How much is it? Is it free or just a little bit of money? Just a little bit of money. It's so this is what, okay, Eli said you get in the course. Also, there's the bonus as well. There's a gift, future updates that I think similar to my courses. This is something we both believe in, and that as IELTS is updated, we update the courses to give you extra information as well. The price of the course, okay, straight in, without beating around the bush. The course is the same price as my course, the IELTS speaking course, which is $27 US. But, or however, you see, I'm the speaking expert. That's why I said, but, however, on offer for this launch, we're doing a discount. We're doing a 35% discount for the first 400 students. So if you are buying the course today or tomorrow and you are in the first 400, you'll get 35% discount. And you need a coupon code for that. I'll give you the code right now, which is in capital letters, W-R, no, not W-R, IELTS. And then, right, oh, there's a mistake. Don't put the gap. Excuse me, there's no gap. It's IELTS Writing, right? All capital letters, all like one word. IELTS Writing. With that code, if you're in the first 400, you get 35% discount. You're like, 35%? That's crazy. It is crazy, but it's only for the first 400 people. So if you're 401, whoops, sorry, you don't get 35%, but it's still good. Let me tell you more. We've also got, after that, you can still get 25% before March the 10th, right? So even if you are number 401, you'll still get 25% off the course up to March the 10th. After March the 10th, it goes back to 27. So get inside the first 400, you'll get 35%. If you're just outside, you still get 25% off before March the 25th. That's what we've got. Great. I'm just putting up then it goes back to original price. I'll put this up. Let me just put this all together, make it a bit clearer. There we go. I'm sure there's some questions. Let's go, frame order. Is that both for speaking and writing? So this is just for the writing course, right? This is just for the writing course. 25%, amazing. Emad says, amazing, I've just brought it. Fantastic. Emad, you're on your way to success. Brilliant. Charmin, it's, oh yeah, 27 US dollars. As Eli said, you know, you could pay hundreds of dollars on a one-to-one tutor, but you get something that will be as effective, but just for $27. Brilliant. How can we purchase? That's a very, very good question. And that's what I'm going to show you now. This is very, very simple, right? Coupon code, remember that? Remember your coupon code as I now show you how to do it. How to buy the course? Very simply, it's on this link. And I'll ask Paula and Upsara if you could share in the chat the link to the course. And I will also show you on my website how you can get there, right? This is super easy, super simple. Let me show you how to do it. So the way to do it is you can go to my website. That's the keithspeakingacademy.com. And if you look on the top right corner, you can see this button. It's pink and then blue. It says online courses. If you click on that button now, it takes you over here. It takes you to the online courses, and you will be able to see all of my courses, the speaking courses, the library. So those are my courses. And now you can also see Eli's course, right? So all you need to do is you click on Eli's course. Bum. Now, if you're in Europe, I'll explain in a moment. It then takes you to the course page. If you want to just find out more information, there's a little introduction from Eli. He tells you what you'll be learning, which we've talked about. You can see the curriculum. And then if you think, yes, that is for me, then you just press the buy now button. It says $32. That's because in Europe, we pay 21% VAT. Yeah, believe it or not, us lucky people in Spain and Europe, we have to pay 21% VAT on all online products. Automatic, no choice. How lucky. So that's why it says that, but it's $27. And basically then you click on the buy now, click on the buy now button, and what happens, it takes you to a payment page. And on here, you'll see the course, complete IELTS writing course, proven methods for a band 7+. You'll see here, right, $27 up there. So that is actually the price. You'll see why it says tax in Spain. How lucky. Ha. Now then, here's the magic. Let's add our coupon code. So if you remember, it was, what was the coupon code? IELTSWRITING, all together, one word, capital letters, and apply. And then you'll see it knocks it down. It takes off $9. I still have tax, unfortunately, but it takes the price right down. Then you go along, you go down, you can pay with either with PayPal. If you have a PayPal account, super convenient. If not, credit card or an international debit card, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover. Put in your name, Keith O'Hare, if it's me, for example. Put in your card number. Okay, I'm not going to put in my card number. Thank you very much. And then you just come down. Billing address, that's just to send the invoice, right? We're not shipping anything. It's just to send you the invoice. Most people, it's just the same, right? Delivery, same as billing. No, sorry, delivery, forget about delivery, just put it the same. So I would put in my address here, Calle Floranes, 45, piso sexto, blah, blah, blah. And then I come down, let me take this off, and you press the buy now. Bum. And when you press the buy now, it takes you to the thank you page. And then, bum, I can start the course. When I click on here, it takes me straight in and I'm into the course where we were just before. And that's it. I'm in. I can start studying straight away. That's how simple it is. Super simple. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So, you know, the easiest way, go to the website, keithspeakingacademy.com, click on the courses and start the process. Excellent. Good. Any questions coming up? Immediate questions. I'm sure there's one or two. That VAT writes, highway robbery. Yes, yes. Welcome to Europe. Okay. Oh, Sheba says, I wish my exam wasn't tomorrow. Sheba, good luck. Good luck with your exam. How long can we study? You get lifetime access, right, Eli?
That's right. Yeah. So you have this course for your entire life. You have it forever. And then the really exciting thing about this course is that you've got access to it for life, but it's my intention, as it is with Keith, to update our courses and to really make them the best speaking and the best writing courses that they possibly can be. So you pay now and you have the course for life, including all future updates, all future lessons, all future material, or everything to do with the course you get for eternity.
Yeah, fantastic. That's amazing. Great. This is an interesting question. How long does the course contain, or how long does the course last? What would you say?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. And it really depends on your particular circumstances. So it depends, first of all, on how long you have to prepare for the test. So, for example, if you have 3 weeks to prepare for the IELTS writing test, that's not really ideal, but it's still manageable. So what you would do is maybe watch the videos on double time, or even in some of the cases, maybe just watch a bit of the video and then move on to the PDF and the quizzes. And then that way you could make sure you get through the course in a shorter period of time. However, the best way, and this is what I would recommend, is to give yourself ample time or enough time to go through the course, because actually improving your writing skills, as in improving your speaking skills, does take quite a long time. And so this course will also help you in that you can take your time and work at your own schedule to go through each lesson, and then do the PDF and do the quizzes. And then some students even choose to go back and do some of the lessons again to really make sure that they understand the lessons before they go on to do their writing test. And Keith, would you agree that that's quite a good approach, to give yourself enough time to both improve your exam skills, but also your English skills?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there are two kinds of student. There's the student who already has great writing skills and they just need the exam technique. If you just need the exam technique, you could do this in 2 or 3 weeks, possibly. But I think if you're the student who needs not only exam technique, but also to improve their writing skills, you need to dedicate longer. It's like the speaking course, you know, you can dedicate 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. I have students 2 years later who still go back into the course to recycle and review the language that they're learning to improve their English. It is a long-term investment. So I think absolutely, yes. It's a great, it's a, yes.
Yeah, and especially because we like to keep our courses updated as well. So the fun thing is, for those students that do like to return to the course in 6 months or 1 year or even 2 years later, they're going to find a host of new lessons to keep them entertained and to keep them learning new skills and new English vocabulary.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Elena says purchased. Fantastic. Gazelle has a great question, and I've got a very an answer you're not going to like, Gazelle. Students from Iran are unable to make payments on the Teachable platform. It's one of many platforms that has international restrictions on it from Iran. I'm really sorry about that. So we're unable to do that. We are, for myself as well, looking for other ways of doing it in future. All I can say in the meantime is follow Eli's YouTube channel. You can get lots of great tips and ideas. It's English Pro Tips on YouTube. Lots of stuff for free. Follow English Speaking Success for your speaking skills. There's lots of stuff for free there as well. And I hope that will help the Iranian students. Yes. I'll take one more. Well, before we do questions, there's a lot of questions. I'm just going to add a couple of things. One is that there is a 30-day, sorry, let me change from me to Eli. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? So we are both sure you're going to love this course, I'm sure. But if you feel it's not for you, you've paid, and after a week or two or 30 days, you think, it's not for me, we will refund your money, right? No questions asked, no problem. If it's not for you, don't worry. So there's no risk, right? Even if you buy and you don't like it, 30-day money back guarantee, just to let you know. Okay. Excellent. There are some questions coming up. Aung kan kwai essay writing checked included, Eli?
No, that's not included.
Not included, no. So it's a self-study, self-access course. Yeah, absolutely. Next question, Batu, would you please repeat the coupon code? Yes. So it's IELTS Writing. Here it is. Capital letters, IELTSWRITING, all together. That's the code. If it's saying it doesn't work, check the spelling and that it's exactly the same. It has to be exactly the same. And capital letters. It must be capital letters. Right. There are a few more questions coming up. Amazing collaboration. Collaboration is the future. That's two heads, boing, are better than one, right? Okay. Let's see. Any others? Seema asks, this course, if for 5.5 band, beneficial to achieve 7? Yeah. If you're 5.5, can they reach 7?
Yes, I think they can. I think it's going to take time. So don't find yourself in the position that you've got 1 month before your IELTS writing test. If you know you're around band 5.5 and you need to get band 7, give yourself more time. Understand that you really should be going through all the videos in their entirety, reading all the PDFs and doing all the quizzes. And certainly if you're band 5.5 and you're aiming for band 7, it's possible. Just give yourself the right amount of time. So a lot of people have already had a lot of success with this course, including people that have gone, especially from band 6.5 to band 7, band 6.5 to band 7.5, which is a great score because most people need to get that band 7. So when they see band 7.5, they feel extremely happy. And then even recently, someone that was going through this course was able to score a band 8.5 in writing, which was incredibly exciting for me and obviously incredibly exciting for them.
Yeah, fantastic. So be patient. Be patient is the message. Yes. Helpers, is this course recorded or live only? The course is recorded, right?
Yeah, recorded.
Yes, exactly. Aung says, I do like your courses. Thank you very, very much. That's great to see. Amit says, great. I can learn English till I'm on Earth. Because it's lifetime access. Yes, Amit, you can study not only English, you can study for IELTS for the rest of your life. Oh my God. When will this course begin? Well, because it's self access, you can begin straight away. As soon as you pay and enter, you can start studying. It's self-paced, so you choose when to study. I mean, this is the great thing about online learning. You don't have to go at a certain time to a certain class. Just when you have time, you go in, you study, do as much as you want, maybe half an hour a day, or even 3 hours a day. But you decide, you control the pace of study. Right. How to go in and back inside the course after the purchase? Right, good question. Now, there are different things you can do. You can either bookmark the course page in your browser, right? Or you can go to my website. So if you go, again, I'll just show you on my website. If I can just bring it up again, just bear with me. So the way to many people do it is they actually just go to the Key Speaking Academy, right? And they then, once they're in the Key Speaking Academy, they then go, you can use the home page of my website to click on the online courses and the top button, that in the top right corner, that little button. And that takes you to all of your courses. So long as you're logged in, you will get your course here and you can go in. And it takes you straight into the course. So you would click here and that then would take you automatically straight into the course here, if you're logged in. If you're not logged in, it will say log in. You put in your email address and the password that you've set for yourself. Okay. If you have any problem, you can email Eli or myself. There is also a contact. Where is it? There's a contact button. There's a contact button in the course on the top right corner. You can leave a message there or email us directly, right? My email is keith@keithspeakingacademy.com. I'll put that up. I mean, maybe that just will be help if people need that. So you can contact me. I'll give you actually the one for all of our team. So I've got Burns who can help as well. Sorry, team@keithspeakingacademy.com. If you have any questions, please do contact me. That's absolutely fine. You can also contact, Eli, what's the best way to contact you? Whoops. We've lost Eli momentarily. Not to worry, we've lost him momentarily. Not a problem. That's him ringing on the bell to come in. Should we let him in? Yeah, let's let him in. Oh no, can't get him in. It says we have to wait for a minute. Don't you love technology? Whilst we're waiting, I'll see if I can answer any more of your questions. Tahira says, amazing. I buy the course already. Fantastic. Great. Seritai says, this is extremely amazing. I paid for the course only around 18 USD. Fantastic. Listen, if it helps you succeed, I'm happy. Eli is happy. So fingers crossed. So any other questions? Sakil, any opportunities to cheat our writing? No, absolutely not. This question was asked before about checking our writing. There is no service to check your writing. It's a self-access course, self-study. So there is no service for that. No. Sarah just bought the course. Fantastic, Sarah. Well done. I'm trying to get Eli back in. Why is he not coming in? Well, it's not his fault. He's not letting him in. Bunny, is it possible or enough to prepare IELTS within 3 weeks? If you want to prepare just strategy and tips, maybe. But if you want to really improve your English speaking and writing, not really. More like 3 months, right? But it depends on every person. So strategies and tips, possibly, but not for the whole test. Daniel, great, good price for the first 400 people. After the discount, final charges. Well, just to remind you how that works. So if you remember, you've got 35% discount for the first 400. After that, you still get, I mean, this is still good, right? You still get 25% up to the 10th of March. But then it goes back to its original price. So after the 10th of March, it goes back to $27, which is still going for a song. I think it's still very, very good. Other questions? And I'm still trying to get Eli back in, but it's not allowing. No. Guys, bear with me. We're going to have a little bit of music while I try and get Eli to come back in. Nope. Oh, what a shame. Not to worry. Let me try and let me see how I can get you in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, sorry guys, I'm really struggling to get Eli back in. I'll see if I can answer some more questions just as we're going. Javier, that's not a question, is it? But it's brilliant. Great to see that you've got it. Madhu as well. Great to see you've bought it. Fantastic. HSB, I guess this is not a course question, but how long do I need to learn English natural? Proficiency level? It depends on your level now, but I would say a few years, at least a few years, right? You will need that time. So I halfway to getting Eli back in. I'm going to try and pull you in, Eli, but no, it's not letting me. So frustrating. Eli, can you hear me? Okay. So I tell you what I'm going to try and do. Try one more time to come through the eCam link. Just one more time, and we'll try it again. No, it's not letting me. Right. Jay, this is, I guess, again, not a course-related question, but do you recommend the Cambridge Past Paper books to go alongside the course? I would say yes, absolutely. I would do the course first and then have a look at the past papers from Cambridge. If you like, you could balance them both at the same time. But yes, the Cambridge past papers are excellent, and you should try and work with those for sure. Yeah. Other questions? Jay says, how often should you do a past paper? Well, depends how often you're studying. I mean, I would do at least one every week, at least. But if you can do more, then all the better. Yes. Okay. Any more questions about the course? Not questions about the course, but we've got lots of all sorts of questions. I'm just looking for it. People have just bought it. Great. My best buddies. Great. Thank you so much, sir. Is the speaking course also recorded? That's correct. The speaking course is also recorded. It feels like you're with me in the room, but I'm not. It's just recorded. So the beauty is you can control the pace and when you want to study. That's it. Right. Guys, I guess because I can't get Eli back, I'm going to start winding up. I'll just repeat a few of the key messages for you. One is for the course, remember, do use the code IELTS Writing for the first 400 students. After that, you'll still get 25% up until the 10th of March. 25% off discount, right? And the link there, the guys, if the moderators, Paula and Upsara, you could share the link again. Or you can go to my website, click on the little button at the top right corner. It says online courses. You'll find your way into the course there. There is, of course, the guarantee. So if you're not sure and then later you feel, I don't know, it's not right for me, we are sure that you'll love the course. But sometimes people feel it's not what I expected. We will do a refund. There will be a refund within 30 days of purchasing the course. And you get lifetime access to the course as well. So, fantastic. I'm going to check any other questions. If not, you can find out more about the course. You can come to the website, Keith Speaking Academy. Do follow me on the Facebook page, right? We've got Keith Speaking Academy. There's always updates, especially lately, about the course and information there. If you like, join the Facebook group, mainly about speaking, but Eli is also moderating there, and he's not moderating, he's participating in the group, so you'll be able to find him there and keep in touch with what we're doing. As we say, we're hoping to find the best way to give you the best support that we can for your IELTS. And now speaking and writing as well. Some people mentioned listening and reading. Maybe in the future, there are some things in the pipeline. Keep your eyes open and you will find out. Great. Other things before we wind up, I'm just going to share a couple of comments. Cheapest course I have ever seen. Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you like it. Yes. Deepika says, can we post writing exercises on Sir Keith's Facebook page? I'm going to say not to do that because my Facebook page is focused on speaking. Eli has a Facebook page, and I'm sure you will be able to do that there because he is the specialist in IELTS writing. So I would say not on my page, but probably on his. Okay, great question. Any other questions coming in? Gracious says, I just bought it. Jaff, is teaching English a good business? I don't know if it's a good business. It's more about, do you enjoy teaching? And if you enjoy teaching and you enjoy helping people, then it's a good business. Can you make money as a business? Well, it depends. Some people do, some people don't. The thing about teaching is it's it must never be about the money. It's always about helping other people. Do that first and see what happens. Okay. Great. I'm just checking in. Any others? Shazanawa, thank you so much for buying the course as well. Thank you so much. Is it helpful for Band 4 students? I think the answer to that is, I would say buy the course, have a look, and if you feel it's too difficult, you will get your money back. I think Band 5, yes. I think Band 4, it may be too difficult because Band 4 is a low level. You may find it very difficult to follow the course at a Band 4. So personally, I would say actually wait until you're a Band 5. But if you're really, really keen, you can try and always get your money back. But I would think a Band 5. William Shakespeare and I are in Band 5. That's right. You are a big fan. Yes. So I think for Band 5, the course is great. Yes. Okay. Let him in is so lovely. I'm trying to let him in. I can't get him in. Is it okay for B1 student? Yes. Yes. I would say B1 is fine as well. Yeah. Lower than that, no. B1, especially if you're at the upper level of B1. So if you've just started B1, maybe not. But if you're in the middle or above B1, yes. Okay, there's lots of questions. I can't see all of them. But guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish and wrap up here for today. You can come back and watch this video on Facebook and YouTube. It's recorded here. So if you're not sure about the code, the questions, the price, you can come back and watch again. If you like it, please do share it with your friends. If you're on YouTube, I was going to say, if you're on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, tell other people about English speaking success, and also the website, right? The Keith Speaking Academy, if you want more information to help you, especially with your speaking skills. So that's it. Turn all of these off. Help. Too many things flying around. I would like to say a big thank you to Eli, and I apologize he's not here. Technology has attacked us today, but we had talked about maybe next month doing another live lesson just to help people with IELTS writing. So I'm sure next month you will see us again. In the meantime, check out the course, see what you think, let us know. We're here to help you and support you. Be successful. Get that Band 7 or above in IELTS speaking. As always, it's been a huge pleasure. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Eli. All of you guys, take care. Look after yourselves and do stay safe. Take care now. Bye-bye. Cheerio. Bye-bye.